Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to another Phoenix Wright video. Let's jump right in here. So, we have some more investigating to do. So, I don't think there's going to be anything new here that we can examine. But we've been doing some investigating. Yeah, this all looks about the same. Okay. So, the blue badger is still writhing around today. Oh, it's going to play the whole thing again. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Okay, that was new stuff. Do these two have anything? Look, that patrolman is saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. Answer me, how many fingers do you see? I'm sorry, I don't know. Well, that's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. Get glasses, officer. That wasn't a salute, it was an eye test. They make a good pair. Okay, so it might be worth examining everything here. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, the police drama in action. I think we had that before. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea why. Well, I think they're designed after a panda. I think we've had this as well. Yep. I think we've had that. Yeah. Is there anything on this board? I don't know. Okay, yeah, we've seen all of that before. Anything we can do here? Oh, there might be. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gamp. Oh. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags. Oh my god. I skipped a dialogue by accident. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gamp, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Okay, maybe we can get some stuff out of him. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. Let me just... Okay. There's... Music in particular is sounding loud in my ears, so I was just checking volume levels. It seems like I'm still louder than it. Hopefully that'll be okay. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? I did. Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Evidence room incident. Let's ask about this. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Raito, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Yeah, let's see if we can examine him. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. Still sounds very loud, so if the music is loud compared to me today, I apologise, I will try and fix it for next time. So, nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? He kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it, so this is important evidence then. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make note of that, just in case. Goodman's lost item report added to the court record. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Okay. God, this is loud. Oh yeah, we have that sandwich. Does it? Oh yeah, 5'8", so he'd started writing it wrong, is what I was checking, because that said 5'9". Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favour? Well, I never thought the day would come when Raito asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Raito. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Raito, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content, knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is the detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. That says Sergeant Bruce Goodman on it. I don't know if they're just reusing the image because they didn't want to make 2 or what. Yes sir, it's an honour. You just run along and do your best now. Later folks. Haha, it looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes sir, because sir, we get to go in the evidence room now sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl, I agree. So if we go back up to the guard station... Oh, now we can examine. Yeah. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gamp. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina's sky so grey? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw, that card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little dogies, the crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter, I say a little prayer. Oh, we need to give him the sandwich. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. What we can do is present this. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What's wrong? Filet steak lunch. I see. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask him anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Now we can talk to him. So let's try the guard station again. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy, his motorbike, I'm assuming. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. That's right, the evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Let's ask about the security system. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand here are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. I'm sure I can. Let's ask about transferal first. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So, what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the County Sheriff's Department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again, never to be re-investigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. So let's present this. See this? This is the victim's ID card. The one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. 5842189. Look, the fourth number is a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. ID card record added to the court record, hell yeah. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. That's a good idea, actually. Let's just check the thing. God, this does sound extra loud. Yeah, so we know Bruce Goodman was in there. So Officer Meekins would be the next one to try and figure out, and then everyone else. Can I present this to... The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. Good for him. This is neither Wild nor West here. Aha, but that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? Huh? I'm lost. Yeah, me too. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Okay. So, evidence room, let's go. February 23rd, evidence room, Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me, says the scared person. Ah! Whoa. Oh no. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire, knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant, will loan anyone $50, even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today. Boss for a day. Oh, that's the wrong voice. Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans added to the court record. Hell yeah. Let's ask stuff. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day. That's right, it's an honour. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee is probably the easier way to say it, rather than inquiry. Inquiry committee. Now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, bzzap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Evidence locker added to the court record. Okay, and now we present him with the list of people. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumours. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? ID card record updated in the court record. Ooh. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? So he's 8730579. Interesting. And then 489596 or 4989596. Jesus Christ, that one's hard to say. It's all the recurring nines. Is probably Meekins. And I don't know who 7777777 is. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Okay. Let's examine this place. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. It's all the equipment we were offered last time, I think. Or at least the metal detector we used last time. What a sorry looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of the case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap looking box. You can't judge a person or machine by their cover, you've got to look at their heart. Okay, so something's going to be bugged then. What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art. I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room. I guess, let's look at one of the normal lockers. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high-tech around here. What's this? Blood. It's a little warm, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other blood stains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. We should. Let's have a look. Oh, I had missed a bit of that apparently. Whoa, that must have been one massive pool of blood. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Okay. Might as well examine this as well. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours. Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Okay, more spraying to do. We found some more. Let's have a look. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Let's just double check all the other lockers. Okay, no, I think we're good. Yeah. Got more stuff to look at here. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from The Case. The Case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Is this going to be... so... I know, I was warned about having to line stuff up very carefully. Looks like that's a top piece. That's a top piece. Oh, it's making us find a piece that would fit that. Maybe like that, actually. Yeah. Okay, so we've got to find each piece. That doesn't quite look right. I think it's this one like that. Maybe? No. That one. And then it is this one. I know I was warned about having to very specifically rotate something to do something. That one goes there. No? Oh, it's this one. So I don't know if that's quite the... if this is quite the thing that Yanni was expecting or not, but... Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. Kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added to the court record. Oh, that was so useful, checking that. Let's check this one. Oh, it's got a hole in the bottom. Hey look, they're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. A broken handle at a weird angle. Okay. Let's do some more examining, see if there's anything else we can get. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove added to the court record. If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. So yeah, I don't know if I have done the difficult rotation bit now, or if that's a completely different thing that I haven't got to. I think that's everything we can... No. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet the evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down the neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Oh, I feel bad for him now. Can we talk about anything else? No. Can we present the jar? Oh, let's check the glove. The only thing is the incident tag that I can see. The tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now? Apparently so. Let's see. Okay, no, that's the same. That's also the same. Okay, can't talk to him about anything. Can we present stuff? No, not that one. Okay, let's, in that case, go back through the ungodly menus. And check if this is for Officer Meekins. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I'm really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Oh, that's true. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. Takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. But he's... Oh, Edgeworth's busy, though. Is there anyone at Criminal Affairs? No. Anyone here? No. I think we did all the examining of this stuff. I don't think there's anything different here. I'm not quite sure where to go now. There's something we're missing, clearly. Let's see if we go here. Any ideas? Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumours. You were even in the defendant's chair this past December. There's that business with him not reading that officer's report. Ah, about the killing at the police department, right. The chief of police was right about that. But I can't help but think, someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Well, where should we begin? Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see, we should go to the police department, the evidence room, was it? We've been there, though. I'm not being very useful here, am I? No. You're being very helpful. I don't know who else we can present the evidence to, though, because no one else is available to talk to. Well, this episode is already getting on quite a bit, so I think I will actually leave that there. Leave myself a job to do next time. So that will be fun. Let's save that. Yes, if the sound was too loud this week, I'm really sorry. I've upgraded my computer, so I don't know if it's messed with settings or anything. If it has, then I will adjust them for next time. But for now, thank you so much for watching. We'll try and find out what else we need to do for next time. And then see about progressing from there, and maybe moving on to day 3 of the trial. Which I don't know if it will be the last day of the trial, I'm not sure. But hopefully we can find some more evidence, or figure out how some evidence relates to each other or something like that. Because we need to ask someone about the SL9 incident. Maybe we can present that stuff to Ms. Starr and see if she has anything to say. Or to Officer Marshall. Who knows? Although I don't know if we tried presenting the gloves. Anyway. That is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will hopefully see you again in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.